Well, welcome, Knicks Nation. I hope you're enjoying your weekend so far, that your weekend is safe and healthy, that your family is safe and healthy this weekend. This is a later for us, for me, this is a later edition of the live stream that we usually do on Sundays, much earlier than today. But I had a lot going on today, had some pops issues to deal with today and some other things. So that we're starting a lot later than we normally would start. We're starting about 6:15. We normally would be done, certainly by 1 o'clock, but today was was a little bit different. So anyway, we're doing a little bit later edition. Again, I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Shalom and welcome, Donnell, DMF Nigel, Rob Bracy, Tony Tibbins, Superstar, my brother. How you doing? I hope everybody is enjoying your weekend and that your weekend is going well and everybody's safe and healthy this weekend. Damn Knicks, welcome. Shalom to you. Good evening, Steve Jordan. How you doing? So at this point, 3 games in, and that's all we at. 3 games in. Okay, so there's a lot of season to play, a lot of games to play. And as I said, I have been saying to y'all, I expected the Knicks, we're going to need to give them a few games. But I really like what I'm seeing in the first 3 games. Even though they're 1 and 2, I like what I'm seeing in the first 3 games. We knew that the beginning of this season was going to be very tough on the Knicks. We knew that. But we also knew that the Knicks could handle that. Okay, and I still feel like that's the case. They're gonna handle it. So we know what happened with the Celtics. Kristaps went off. It was interesting. A Celtics fan came on my channel, was trying to talk smack, right? But I explained to him, which I think all of us that have been Knicks fans at least since Kristaps Porzingis can say, understanding with our own experience. Kristaps Porzingis played 38 minutes against the Knicks. And I told this unfortunate Celtics fan, if the Celtics keep playing him 38 minutes, he's not going to be there for your playoffs. Y'all understand that, right? If the Celtics keep playing Kristaps Porzingis 38 minutes a night, he's not going to be there in April. Simple as that. When I wanted him to come to New York, I was thinking 25, 30 minutes at the most, because we all know KP has certain limitations physically, right? I mean, we all know that. So, and even though, as I mentioned, when I wanted him here, he's playing a different type of game, much wiser. He's not as wild as he was. You playing with fire when you play him 38 minutes a night. Okay, so that was that. And he had a terrific game. And even with the terrific game, the Knicks were right there with Boston. So I'm not worried about Boston. I'm not worried about anybody in the East, okay? Then Friday against Atlanta, that was a good test. Here they come from playing on Tuesday night, and then they come and they fly in, or no, Wednesday night, and then they flew into Atlanta on Friday, okay? And what I'm really liking, and this even goes for last night's loss. First of all, one thing I take away from any game the Knicks play is, was there over 100 points scored? That's the first thing I look at when I see a Knicks score. Was there over 100 points scored? So against Atlanta, we saw a lot of points. I didn't like that. There was too many points. It was like, what was it? The game ended, it was 120, what was it? 126, 120. That's too many points, okay? I like that their defense, I'm going to talk about their defense in a minute, but that's too many points. But last night, 97-87 or something, 96-87, I like that. Look, there's every team in the league is going to have back-to-backs with short breaks. Every team, okay? So last night was the Knicks' turn. Every team is going to have nights where they coming off a tough game the night before, had to fly a long distance, and then play that second night. And every team's got to deal with that. And so that's where you're going to see a lot of teams that normally might not lose games are going to lose games. That happens. That's part of the league. Okay, that's part of the league. So when the Knicks beat Atlanta on Friday, I kind of knew it was going to be a more difficult win on Saturday night because they're flying from Atlanta to New Orleans, short, no rest, basically no rest, and then they got a healthy Zion. And I want to tell you something. I've been saying this from a while. A healthy Zion Williamson makes the New Orleans Pelicans top 4 in the West. I'm just telling you straight out. A healthy Zion Williamson makes the New Orleans Pelicans with Willie Green coaching top 4 in the West. Okay. And I don't know whose spot they're going to take, but somebody's going to lose their spot because with that crew, with a healthy Zion, and he's healthy, they tough, man. They tough, no doubt. Zion is the only guy that I've ever seen bully ball Julius Randle. I ain't never seen another power forward in the league bully ball Julius Randle. Okay. And let me tell you something. Zion is a generational talent. I've been saying it. It wasn't the course of talent coming out of Duke. It was the health issue that we still dealing with, which we still don't know, what that's going to come. But that's the only dude in the league that bully ball Julius Randle. So everybody got a kryptonite, okay? And he was bully balling our boy Juju, and I'm not blaming Juju at all. Anybody trying to break on Juju after that game don't know basketball, needs to go root for the Nets. Let's get the hell out of here. Because you talking about Zion Williamson, and he's the only dude in the league that could bully ball Jew like that, okay? Nobody else could do that. Peace, y'all. Shalom to all of you. But, yeah, Joe Curry, you would be. But, no. I like what I saw. Now, what I was watching, a couple times, it was me, it was Castle King, and my man, Monica Coffee, watching the game together last night. And I noticed, and they didn't catch it, but I was like, did you see that defense just now? and they see, I'm used to counting how many 3-stop possessions we get. I would tell you, watch for the 3 stops in a row. Okay, watch for that. They got a few of them last night. But what I loved from what I saw last night, see, that's what I'm saying. You got to take away, what is this template? What is the structure? What is the framework of the Knicks? One particular play really stood out to me. I forgot who it was, either McCollum or it was Brandon Ingram. I forgot who it was, but they had the ball at the foul line. They were driving to their left, okay? And they had, I forgot who was on. I think it was Grimes, but they drove to their left, quickly came and doubled them. And then they swung the ball the opposite way, quickly got back to his man. Then on the opposite side, Julius was there, and he came up and double team, and they had to swing the ball again. And Julius got back to his man. Yo, I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all saw it, but I'm telling you, we're going to be in good shape. We're going to be in good shape. This early in the season, to be that tight, I'm telling you. And the game, even when they lost the game, there was no 100 points scored last night. There was no 100 points scored last night. New Orleans was at full strength, sitting there in New Orleans, in Louisiana, waiting for the Knicks to come. Okay? So it was good. It's all good. And then when you look at the stats, from last night's game, let me ask you all a question. Anybody that really knows anything about basketball, when you start seeing shots hit the front rim, what is it telling you? I'm asking y'all a question. When you start seeing a lot of shots hit the front rim, what is that telling you? What are you seeing? That's right. You got tired legs. Look at this. Last night, a lot of shots was hitting the front rim, run number one. Are we surprised at that? No, we're not surprised at that because it was a back-to-back. So look here. Julius Randle from 3, 0 for 5. Brunson, 1 for 5. Barrett, 1 for 6. Grimes, 1 for 6. Hart, 1 for 3. Quickly, 0 for 3. DiVincenzo, 1 for 5. What is that telling you? They had no legs last night. They had no legs. And look, I'm going to tell you, it's going to sound crazy coming from me because y'all know how I felt about Julius Randle. But the 8 turnovers he had last night wasn't all his fault. I'm not trying. If he did wrong and if it was just messing up, I would say it. It's not all his fault. Okay. Everybody was a step slow last night. Everybody was a little off last night. They come into a team waiting for him. Now I'm gonna tell you something. There's gonna be nights where it's gonna be the opposite. You're gonna have a team. I don't care if it's a super team, if it's the Suns or Boston or Milwaukee. You're gonna have nights where the Knicks are gonna be sitting there waiting for somebody, and somebody's gonna come off a back-to-back and have to play the Knicks. Okay, so that's going to happen. It's gonna happen to everybody. Okay. What I saw the framework of what's going to be a really ferocious defense this year. I saw Julius Randle is now becoming a point forward and to be crazy about it, they're going, David Fizdale was trying to make Julius into a point forward in his last year coaching here. And Julius wasn't ready for it. Okay. In fact, I never thought it was ever going to happen, honestly, because I didn't think Jules had it in him, to be quite honest. He still makes some crazy, jump in the air, spin and throw the ball away passes, but that's going to be all right. He don't do it as much. But the thing is that he has, the other night against Atlanta, he had 9 assists. He had 17 points, 12 boards and 9 assists against Atlanta. Okay. I want to tell y'all something, man. I'm going to tell you something. Some of y'all ain't going to want to believe it because you want to be, some of y'all are just really, excuse my French, sorry bastards. But you know what? The thing is, the truth is, what you saw the other night, 12 boards, 9 assists, 17 points, that's going to be more normal for Julius this year. You're going to see more of that than you're going to see 40-point Julius. You're going to see more of that. He's going to be more of a distributor. What I loved, if you remember Julius in the first year here under David Fizdale, and even after that, the first couple of seasons with Tibbs, when Julius took off with the ball, you and I were always holding our breath, weren't we? Why? Because more than likely, he was going to turn that mess over. Right? Am I right? When Julius would get the rebound and take off with the ball, it would be a turnover waiting to happen, man. We kind of knew it was going to be a turnover waiting to happen. What I've been seeing more this season in the first 3 games is he takes off with the ball and passes it quickly to somebody at half court. He hasn't been trying to force like he usually does. Okay. Look, I'm telling you, some of y'all, and some of y'all are sad people. They lose a couple of games and you're ready to talk about how bad they're going to be. Some of y'all need to go get a life, stop drinking the Ripple, stop using the drugs, and stop tripping. This is only 3 games. But the framework of what we're seeing is going to be good going forward. I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to be good going forward, okay? Dante DiVincenzo, he's going to be good, man. I'm telling you, I hate to see Deuce not get his playing time. But you can't say nothing about Dante. I mean, he's going to be good. The cat will hit an open 3 consistently. He plays heads up defense, and he's fundamentally sound. Now, the biggest weak link, when you know the Knicks are getting ready to have a bad night, Brunson can't guard a shot. See, when the Knicks are having a good night, Brunson can't guard a shot or a couple of possessions, but he sticks in there. Last night, this dude was a turnstile, okay? And so when you get that, and then he's shooting, what did he shoot last night? Then he's shooting like 4 or 14 or some craziness like that. You know you in for a long night if that's the situation, because you can't be having that. So, and that's not normal for Brunson. I mean, last night, again, we talking about tired legs. Brunson was 4 or 14 last night, okay? He was 4 or 14, okay? So is what it is. So he wasn't playing defense, and he was 4 or 14. You're going to have a long night, period, end of story. Brunson is the guy for us. He's the guy. So if he's having a rough night, the Knicks are going to have a rough night. And it's simply because the way the Knicks are built, Brunson has the ball in his hand 80% of the time. Am I right? Y'all know that, right? I mean, he's going to have the ball in his hand 80% of the time. Okay? He's going to have the ball in his hand 80% of the time, period, end of story. So that's going to be the situation. So if he's having a rough night, it's going to be a rough night. Okay? It's going to be a rough night. Now, The MVP is Mitchell Robinson. I have not seen him so active since he was a rookie. He is not only wiser, he's active. He's very active. Do you realize how many of y'all know that at this stage of the season, after 3 games, Mitchell Robinson is leading the NBA in offensive rebounding? How many do y'all know that? After 3 games, Mitchell Robinson leads the NBA in offensive rebounding. And what have I been saying? He is the premier offensive rebounder in the NBA. Okay. He is the premier offensive rebounder. He runs the floor like a gazelle now. Like this, when he was a rookie, he was doing that, but he was out of control. He was getting in foul trouble a lot. Not only that, the Knicks had no point of attack defense in Mitchell Robinson's rookie year. What they have, the tank commander, I forgot his name. They had a bunch of has-beens or nowhere gonna be's running point at that time. So he didn't have, there was no point of attack defense. And so he was getting in foul trouble, blocking a lot of shots. Now you got point of attack defense with Grimes, Dante, somewhat now with RJ. RJ, we're gonna talk about him in a second. And so you're getting that. So he's and I'm going to tell you, I'm very impressed with Julius Randle's effort on the defensive end of the floor. And so if this continues, I'm not worried about the loss last night. Don't take like this is the whole season. All the season is lost now. Oh my God, we lost in New Orleans on the second night of a back-to-back. Come on. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. You got to look at the framework and the template of what they're doing. I love the defense. Mitchell Robinson is the most important player. Grimes wasn't joking. Mitchell Robinson is the most important player they have. He don't have to score 20 a game, but the defense he brings, the offensive rebounding he brings, the added possession he brings to the Knicks. Yeah, we're going to be all right, y'all. As long as we got that brother, we're going to be all right. So Mitch Rob has been the MVP. But look, let's not sleep on RJ. Let's not sleep on RJ. Look, I told y'all, if I had to trade RJ or IQ, I'm trading RJ, right? I told you, and I'll stay with that. But I'm going to tell you something, though. It seems to me RJ understands he's on the clock. It seems to me RJ understands he's on the clock. RJ knows he's on the clock. Y'all figure that out? It seems to me he understands that he's on the clock. Okay. And so he's acting like he's on the clock and he's playing, even though it is the first year of his new contract, he's playing like he's playing for a contract. And he's kind of playing to stay on the Knicks as far as I see. Okay. So RJ is balling. RJ's balling. I mean, he really is. Last night, all of them had tired legs. All of them did. But RJ was still 7 of 16. I mean, that's, it wasn't 50%, but that's probably like the best on the team last night if I had to look at it. As far as from the field, let's see. Mitch Rob was 4 of 8. So Mitch Rob would be the best on the team, but he takes his shots close. RJ was 7 of 16. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Quickly was 4 of 9. So, but RJ shot well for a team with tired legs. I thought he shot very well last night. Yeah, I'm really happy to see what I see so far. Of course, we'd all want the Knicks to be 3-0, right, in their first 3 games, but that's, come on. But we got 79 games to go. So this is a long season, y'all. So it's going to be all right. But I like what we're looking like right now. So they were in New Orleans last night. They probably are in Cleveland today. They got Cleveland on Tuesday. And even though they're in Cleveland on Tuesday, if they're in Cleveland right now, they're getting a chance to get their legs settled, get themselves settled. I'm looking for a better effort in Cleveland on Tuesday night. It's going to be a tough back-to-back, though, because they got Cleveland in Cleveland on Tuesday night, and then they come back to the Garden, and they got Cleveland again on Wednesday. It's a back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday, and you're going to have both of those teams. So right now, it's too early, to worry about the Knicks. And like I said, it's a tradition. Tom Thibodeau teams take a little bit of while to gel. That's okay. We good. Brunson, I feel like last year he started off slow too, but I thought he would start off a little better this year, being that he's got command of the team for this second year. But I feel like he's got a little bit of, he's not all the way there yet. I think he's going to be, though. Put it this way. I'm not worried about Jalen Brunson. He's going to be there. Okay. He's going to be there. They already halfway writing him in as an all-star already. Everybody in the league know he got robbed last year. So they kind of halfway giving him the slack for the all-star this year. I don't think they're going to dog him out this year. I think he's going to get the all-star. And so he's going to be all right. He's too good. He's too good. He's too high IQ not to come back and play at a high level. And I'm expecting him to be able to do that. IQ and Grimes. I heard somebody say Grimes is not playing like a starter. And I thought, man, you better stop smoking that crack. Grimes was guarding Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Then he was guarding against New Orleans. He's guarding DeAndre Hunter, which he did a good job there, and the Dante Murray. Then last night he's guarding Brandon Ingram. Come on, what's wrong with some of y'all, man? So, he's doing what he do. Good evening, Miss Stevens. He doing what he do. And everybody had tired legs last night. But prior to last night, I think he was shooting 50% from three, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was shooting 50% from three so far for the season, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to make sure I've got this correct. Let me just make sure. Let me look at this now. So for against Boston, Grimes from three was 3 of 6 against Boston. That's 50% against Boston. So then against Atlanta, Grimes against Atlanta, what was he from three against Atlanta? Let's take a look here. Grimes was 2 of 5. That's 40%. So that's 5 of 11 so far. Last night he was 1 of 6. So he's got 6 of 17 from three at this point. 6 of 17. So he's about 40% right now. Okay. So I'm not worried about Quentin Grimes, man. He's gonna be good. What's up, Blair? How you doing? What's up? Joe Obi's not struggling. What do you do, Joe Kerr? You just look at the box score, or do you actually? No, seriously, do you actually look at the game? I've been watching the game. Last night I kept switching from Indiana back to the Knicks. Do you just look at the box score, or are you actually looking at the game? Because Obi's playing, man, and Obi's doing good. He's gonna be all right. I'm not worried about Obi. He's gonna be all right. He's finding his niche in Indiana. He's gonna be all right. But yeah, you gotta look at the game, bro. You gotta look at the game. Hart was tired legs last night, but I think Hart is going to. I watched both games last night. I was watching the Knicks, and we were turning it back to watch Obi. While the Knicks were at halftime, I was watching Indiana play last night because I'm going to be watching my boy Obi. So, but he's playing good. Obi's going to be good. He just they need to get a rhythm. It's going to take them about 20 games. He's new to that whole system, Rick Carlisle and them. So he's going to be all right. But he's doing good, man. Obi's one of the few. Obi's actually inciting their defense, man. He's doing good. No, he's going to be all right. Yeah. I'm not worried about Brunson at all. Brunson is going to be all right. He's too good, too high an IQ, too much of a floor general and leader. He's going to be all right. I'm not worried about him. IQ and Grimes, they're going to be dynamic this year. They look good. They could look better last night, obviously, but the whole team could. But I think we're going to be all right, y'all. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the structure of the team. Mitchell Robinson is the most important guy. We can't lose him for first. You're going to get 10, 12 games without him. Just chalk that up. You're going to have 10, 12 games without Mitch Rob, and then you're going to need Jericho Sims to step in there. But this cat is ready, man. Whatever y'all said, he was doing wind sprints, track sprints. He was doing hit sprints this summer in 100 degrees in Louisiana. And he looks like it. he looks like it. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So as far as RJ, He's playing ball. I got to say, he's playing ball. He's shooting the ball well from the free throw line, which is a big plus. You know, he's shooting the ball well from the free throw line. He shot the ball well from 3 against Atlanta and pretty good against Boston last night. Everybody was off, so I'm not worried about that. Cherokee Indian, thanks for the $5. I know why the Knicks lost Wednesday. Friday night, Knicks do sitting courtside by Chase Dolan. Do you think that's what it is? He must be dating Joe Dolan's cousin or something, because I don't know why they like this guy so much. But I'm not. RJ's balling. RJ's balling. So let's see look, man. I'm still very optimistic about our team. I'm not worried about a back-to-back loss. I told y'all there's going to be a bunch of dudes, as soon as they lose 2 or 3 in a row, that's going to be talking, it's the end of the world, the Knicks are finished. But they're going to be quiet when they win like 4 or 5 in a row, right? That's how some losers are. So anyway, I don't pay attention to them. But I like the framework of our team. The defense looks good. Julius Randle's committed to both ends of the floor. The ball is moving nicely with him. 9 assists against Atlanta. Come on. We're going to be all right, man. We're going to be all right. Even last night, and I think he had at least 4 assists last night, and it was a terrible night. I think he had at least 4 assists last night, Juju. He might even have more than that. Yeah, I know he had 9 against Atlanta. What did he have last night? Let's see. I'm just taking a look here. He had 4 assists last night. He had 4 assists, 8 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, 12 rebounds. That's Julius on a terrible night. It is what it is, man. Yeah, he had 8 turnovers. But listen, if you watch the game, it was tiredness, man. It really was. I'm the last one to give Julius Randle an out. It was tiredness. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, I'm not. Second night of a back-to-back, less than 24 hours you playing, and you have to fly 3 or 4 hours to get to the place and then play the second night of a back-to-back after battling with Atlanta. Come on, man. They was tired, period. They was tired. So, and then another thing, and then Joe Curry just brought up something that's important too. A tired team is going to be short on their shots, and they're going to turn the ball over a lot. That's just a sign of a tired team. Okay, they're going to be short on their shots, and they're going to turn. And that's the 2 things you saw last night. They were short, and they turned the ball over a lot. Okay, so it's all right. We'll be all right. Don't worry about it, man. I'm expecting them to be much sharper against Cleveland. Now, with respect to Cleveland, Max Strus is playing ball for Cleveland. He's really playing ball. I thought the guy had a good year last year, no doubt. He was one of the impetus, wanted them to get them to the finals last year, Max Strus. But I thought it was maybe a 1-year wonder. But nah, homie is playing ball. He's hitting his open threes. He's playing Miami Heat type defense. He's a big addition to Cleveland. Max Strus. So, and then they still got Karis LeVert, and now they bringing the Koru off the bench. Cleveland got a nice squad. But wait, let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all see Scott Perry? Did y'all see Scott Perry's comments on why they didn't get Donovan Mitchell? Did y'all see Scott Perry's comments on why they didn't get Donovan Mitchell? Any of y'all see? You heard what he said, right? He said Donovan Mitchell is a really good player, but he's not the type of guy to carry you, and he's not worth giving up half our youth for. Did y'all hear him say that? He said Donovan Mitchell's not worth giving up all of our young pieces for, and he's not the type of guy to carry a team. He's a guy that's part of a team. Yeah, and so you know what? 2 things. Number one, it gave you a little bit, because let me tell you, Perry's not the final decision maker for the Knicks. It's the Don. But what he revealed was how they were thinking about Donovan Mitchell. That's what he revealed, how they were thinking. Perry wouldn't be able to pull the trigger without the Don. See? So how were they thinking? They were thinking Donovan Mitchell's really good, but he can't put us over the top. And I was saying to y'all, he cannot play defense. He can't play no defense. You cannot have him and Brunson as your starting backcourt. Mitchell Robinson would be in foul trouble all the time. Okay, so no. Okay, so you can forget it. To me, as soon as they signed Brunson, that whole dream was over. If they had given the keys to IQ, I can see them maybe trying to get Donovan Mitchell. Okay, but yeah, no, he can't play no defense, man. So forget Donovan Mitchell. Some people still pining for him, like a scorned woman pining for a dude that she liked, but he's married now. I mean, you need to stop, man. Stop. No, you're not coming here. Okay, I know he wants to come here. I know he's from New York. It's all good, but unless you trade in Brunson, don't even talk about Donovan Mitchell. You need defense back there. Are you kidding me? Shoot, no. And that's why they weren't giving up grinds for him. What? For what? Anyway, nah, that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen. Yeah, well, if Leon wanted Spider here, he'd be here, Julius. Don't fantasize. Scott Perry just told you what the situation is. He just told you. You want to hear that? He just told you. No, he said he wasn't worth all of that. He wasn't worth all of that. Okay? No. So Leon don't want him that bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. No, he don't want him that bad. Okay? He don't. So I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if Donovan Mitchell re-signs with Cleveland. I wouldn't be surprised if he re-signs with Cleveland. They doing good. He had 43 the other night. They doing good. Okay? He could score. That's why he is Donovan Mitchell. He could score now. There's no doubt about it. Playoff time come, this dude's going to score. But your question is, who's going to score on him? That's your question. On playoff time. And please pay attention. Did they get to the second round this previous season? I mean, did they? I mean, how did they fare? How did they fare in this previous season? Did they get to the second round? Oh, they didn't? Oh, so who did the Cavaliers lose to then? They must have lost to Boston or Milwaukee or Miami, right? They must have lost to Boston or Milwaukee or Miami. And they lost in the first round. It must have went 7 games. You know they must have went 7 games, right? Had to go 7 games. Huh? Had to go 7 games. Come on, man. Come on, man. You lost in 5 games to the Knicks in the first round. And y'all pining for Donovan Mitchell. You lost. You got Darius Garland, All-NBA, Donovan Mitchell, All-NBA, and you lost in the first round. Why did you lose in the first round? Because you can't guard the point of attack. In the playoffs, if you can't guard, you can't win. In the playoffs, if you can't guard the point of attack, you done. Okay? You done. That's what the situation was. Forget Donovan Mitchell. He ain't coming here. Shoot. And I'm not even on board with Cat, but I'd rather Cat than Donovan Mitchell. I would. Especially if we can keep Mitchell Robinson. If we can keep Mitchell Robinson, give me Cat. You know, rather than Donovan Mitchell. Shoot. Or Embiid goes without saying. Yeah, right. See? So forget Donovan Mitchell, man. Let's move forward, right? But you still got people in the media pining for this dude. Oh, maybe they can get Mitchell. I think they'll get Mitchell. I was like, what the hell's wrong with some of y'all? Oh, I get it. I get it. It's clickbait. That's what it is. It's clickbait. Hey, listen. Did you hear Ian Begley's report about Embiid? Wait, Joe Curry, did you hear Ian Begley's report about Embiid? Did y'all? One of the 3 wise men, did you hear the report about Embiid? Because we need to stop that talk too. Oh, Ian Begley said Embiid's not interested in coming to New York, that he wants to finish his career in Philadelphia. He's not interested. He wants to finish his career in Philadelphia. He wants to stay in Philly. Can we stop this talk now? Can we stop? I told y'all when that dude came out with the article, it was bullcrap. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell you that? Some of you was like, oh no, we're about to get him. It's gonna happen. I told you. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that? Joe Curry, didn't I say that to you? Didn't I say that? I said, forget it. Forget him. He's not coming here. Embiid ain't coming here. He ain't. He's gonna finish his career in Philly. Okay. Yeah, that was from a real source. Ian Begley. That was from a real source. Whoever that dude, what was that dude's name? Imperio. What was that dude's name? That Philly writer. Oh, he's supposed to know everything. Yeah, right. Okay. You know everything. Embiid's finishing career in Philly. Okay. Let's stop pipe dreaming about stuff that ain't gonna never happen. SGA is staying in Oklahoma City for the long haul. You know how I know? You know how I know? Did you see how they manhandled? Who was it? Last night? Was it? They manhandled a good team the other day. Did you see that? Did y'all see that? I was like, and that daggone Chet Holmgren is for real. The only problem with Chet, like I said, he light in the behind, and because he's so light in the butt, that's gonna be. They beat Utah. Yeah, but I'm not. You don't want to mess with them, man. Them cats are good, man. Them cats are good. They good. And that daggone Dort. They got, of course, Josh Giddey is now learning how to play ball on the professional level at a high level. And man, please, yeah, nah, man, SG ain't going nowhere, y'all. Stop dreaming. He ain't going nowhere. He got a crew down there. Man. He got a crew down there. He ain't going nowhere. Okay, he ain't going nowhere. Guilford. I think Guilford asked a good question. Guilford McCormick, my brother, asked a good question. We said, Raw, what do you think about Julius' slow start? Do you attribute it to him getting his legs under him? Okay. Y'all ready? Julius did not have a slow start. Julius has not had a slow start. Last night game, I don't even count. The whole team was tired. So forget last night game. Julius is becoming more of a playmaker. It's not a slow start. What it is when he's doubled, he's getting rid of the basketball. And when he's not doubled, he's taking advantage. That's not a slow start. Okay? It's not a slow start. It's not a slow start. Okay? So there is no slow start. See, that's the media thing. Julius, he's not getting, I heard, what is that fool name? In New Orleans, he said, well, he hasn't gotten his rhythm yet. And I was like, what the hell? Get out of here. I told him, I said, man, why don't you watch a Knicks game before you start talking this foolishness? Julius is playmaking. That's what he's doing. He's committing to defense. That's what he's doing. Okay? He's committing to defense. When the flow starts to go, baby, we're going to be very happy with Julius. I'm not worried about Juju at all. I'm very happy that he's committing to defense. Okay, he's committing to defense. Well, come on. All right, let me ask you, Andrew. Take away last night's game. They were all tired last night. So take away that game. Are you saying he has a turnover problem? Can we look at his stats for the Celtics game? For the Celtics game now. Julius has 7 assists, 0 turnovers against the Celtics. 7 assists, 0 turnovers against the Celtics. I don't think that's a turnover problem. Let's say Atlanta. Let's take Atlanta. What did he do against Atlanta? Julius had 9 assists and 3 turnovers. He had 9 assists and 3 turnovers. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. So historically, right? But that's the whole Joe Curry. That's the whole point. This is not historical Julius. Historically, Julius is a turnover machine. Historically. Julius is a turnover machine. I will admit that. But I'm trying to say to y'all, this ain't historical Julius. This is point forward Julius. This is point forward, knowing how to play point forward Julius. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing right now. Okay? And I'm telling you, what you saw Friday night is going to become more normal. Okay? What you saw Friday night is going to become more normal. So, Julius ain't having no problem. Now, I don't think he's having any ankle problem. I think He's just getting in the flow as a point forward. And when his flow start to go, y'all just don't know. I'm trying to tell you. When his flow start to go, y'all just don't know. Because he's going to be out there to show. I'm trying to tell you. He's doing the right thing right now. He's doing the right thing right now. That's what I'm saying to you. So I'm not worried about Julius at all. It ain't no slow start. It's him again. I don't know which. There's a combination of Knicks fans that think they should go 82-0, and if they don't, they're a failure. Then there's those Knicks fans that seem to think they should start off fast when they never do. They never start off fast. So I don't know what we y'all expecting. They don't start off fast. That's just not their way, especially with Tom Thibodeau. They ease into it. So look, we're good, man. Look, just calm down. We're good. We're gonna be good. Okay. It's just it takes some time. Grimes is fidgeting. What is it? You just want to. Anyway, we're gonna be good. Even championship teams don't go 82-0. There's never been a team in the league that's gone 82-0. The most winningest team in the history of NBA is 73-9 or 73-11 or something like that. That was the Golden State Warriors, 73 win team. So teams don't go, and generally teams don't win 70 games. 60 is a really, really, really great year. Okay, 60 is a really great year. But come on, man. Nah. This is the league, man. Come on, this ain't college where they play 32 games and you might go 32-0. This ain't college. This ain't NC2A. This ain't, this ain't the AAU where you might get a whole bunch of all-stars, throw them on the court, roll the ball out, and they could all just bust everybody up. This ain't AAU. This is the league. Okay? This is the league. Julius is playing good ball, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. This is the league, man. So yeah. Oh man, no, they're gonna be good. I'm looking for a better effort against Cleveland. They got a little rest, as long as nobody gets sick or anything. I think we're gonna be pretty good against Cleveland in Cleveland. I'm not sure what to expect on that second night, but that first night against Cleveland is gonna be good. I'm expecting them to come out playing very well. Okay, what is Cleveland's schedule coming up? Y'all know what's Cleveland's schedule coming? Let me take a look. What's their schedule? Because let me see here. What's their schedule? Look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. What they doing now? Now they come. What are they looking like? They got. Let's see. They got us on Tuesday, and then what they coming off of? So they played Indiana last night, and they also lost, and they also don't play until Tuesday. So they got us twice, and then they got to go to Indiana Friday. Yeah, it's not a bad schedule, man. But then they at home against Golden State Sunday, and they got Oklahoma City. Yeah, they got a pretty tough schedule too. I ain't gonna front. They got a tough schedule too. They ain't gonna front. Yeah, the Knicks played Cleveland back-to-back, and then Cleveland played Indiana last night and lost, and they play Indiana again next Friday. Now, the Knicks, they got at Cleveland Tuesday, right? They come back to the Garden on Wednesday and play Cleveland, but then Friday night, they got to go to Milwaukee. Y'all know that, right? Friday night, they got to go to Milwaukee. They got to play the Bucks in Milwaukee on Friday night. That's not going to be an easy game. That's going to be another test. I'm kind of liking it. Right, let's get it done. They got a couple of days off after that, and then they come back at the Garden against the Clippers, then the Spurs, and then the Charlotte Hornets that next week. So they got a tough one Friday night against Milwaukee. Now, let's see how they do against Cleveland, because if they come in to Milwaukee and win that game, if they come into Milwaukee and win that game, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. You're going to see what happens. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Yo, I'm excited about my team this season. I am. As long as, to me, it's Mitch Rob, he's number one, and then Brunson, and then Jew. Those are the three. But really, Mitch Rob. As long as we got Mitch Rob, we good. So first thing, let's get this W in Cleveland on Tuesday. It's not going to be easy. Donovan Mitchell reads the papers. He knows what Scott Perry said. He's going to come out there trying to prove something against the Knicks. Okay? He's going to come out there trying to prove something. But let him drop 50, but then let him give up 50. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this, man. Both of them were out against, are you saying Julius Caesar? Were they out against Indiana? Both of them were out against Indiana with hamstrings? Is that what you're saying? They were both out against Indiana? Yeah, it looks like they were. They started Matt Strus, Karis LeVert. That's right. You're right about that. So they were both out against, that's right. You're right about that. You are right. You are right about that. They were both out against Indiana. Yeah, they were both out. I didn't realize that. They were both out against Indiana. Well, you know they're going to be geared up against New York on Tuesday. Both of them. You know, so they're going to be ready to play Tuesday night. So, yeah. They're going to be ready. Yeah, I miss Obi too. I was just telling somebody, I watched the game. I watched the Cleveland, Indiana game on Saturday night. I was switching back and forth between New York and Indiana. Yes. Spider gonna be ready. They gonna be if he skips any other game, that's something else. But he ain't gonna be skipping New York. He is gonna be ready. In fact, let me see what they say on the injury report. Donovan Mitchell is day to day, so he'll be ready. And Garland is day to day. So both of them are day to day. Jared Allen is out. I'm surprised at that. He's out. It said ankle. He's out. Won't play Saturday against. So Jared Allen was out against. So they really trying to get rested against the Knicks. They trying to come in rested against the Knicks. Okay, they're trying to get rested against the Knicks. So that's cool though. Let them listen. I want them to come full strength, and I want us to come full strength, and let's go head to head. Right? What y'all say? Let's go head to head. Everybody come full strength. And let's go head to head. See what we got. Let's go at it. Let's go at it. You know, let's go at it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what they got. Let's go at it. That's how I want it. Whatever. Let's lay it out there and see how it rolls. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I got full confidence. Okay. Both Wemby and Chet, in terms of skill level, are generational. But, and this is important, the but, more than one, they lighten the but. And the league, you can't just have a high skill level. That's going to get you in the league, the skill level. But you can't be lighting the butt and miss games. Now, both of these young men are just that, very young, very young. Okay? And so they're worth finding out. And so what you're going to see with both of these guys is early part of the season, they're going to be playing very well, like they're doing. Both of them, game changers, both of them. Okay, you should never gave Popovich somebody like Wemby. You should never do that because he's going to turn everybody into all-stars down there in San Antonio. But they're young, and both of them are light in the behind. And I'm not saying that to be joking. You playing 82 games, and especially if you really a pro, you're going to play at least 65 games. I don't think either of these guys can play 65 games. That's my thoughts. But when they play, they're going to be at a high level. But I don't think either of them can play 65 games this year. I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, you know, when you see them play, you're going to be amazed, like I am, when you see them play. The skill level is unbelievable. But they're very light in the behind. And we're going to see how, because the NBA is not only a high skill level league, it's a grind. The NBA is a grind. 82 games is a grind. Okay. Is All-Star is the one that's in Houston, right? Julu? He's the one that's in Houston. The brother is the one that's in Detroit, or do I got him back? I haven't seen the one that's in Houston. I've seen the Detroit one. I like the Detroit one. The Detroit one can ball. He's actually playing in front of the kid out of that everybody was hyped about from Purdue. He's playing in front of him. Yeah, that the one in Detroit could ball. I ain't seen the one in Houston. Yeah, he's playing in front of Ivy. The boy in Detroit can ball. There's no doubt. The Thompson boy, I ain't seen his brother, but I'm talking about the Detroit one now. He can ball. Detroit is making that next step this year. I'm not saying they're going to the playoffs, but they're making their next step this year. They're making a step this year. Okay. Beef Stew. I got Detroit as one of my teams to watch on NBA League Pass because I like Isaiah Stewart, man. They call him Beef Stew over there. I like Beef Stew, man. So Beef Stew is getting the 3-point shot. He's already a roughneck. He can play the 5. He can play the 4. He's balling. Cade Cunningham is healthy. And I'm surprised that the French kid is still there. I thought they would have traded him by now, but they still got the French kid there. He's playing pretty good. But don't sleep on Detroit. Don't sleep on Detroit. Yeah, and he's doing the veteran thing. Yeah, Killian Hayes look pretty good. I mean, he's looking pretty good. But Detroit, don't sleep on Detroit. I think they're going to be knocking on the play-in door. What you're saying something. They're taking that next step. They're going to be knocking on the play-in door. Right now, they 2-1. They just beat Chicago. They beat Charlotte. They lost to Miami by 1 point. Don't sleep on them, man. I wouldn't sleep on them. I like them. They're good. Detroit, I like Detroit. I like that. And you know what? The first thing I've been telling you about, I like their management. I like their president of basketball operations. Dwayne Casey is still now in management, and they just hired the guy that was coaching Phoenix that was drafted by the Knicks. They got a nice crew. They're all on the same page. They got young talent. I like Detroit. I like Detroit. I like Detroit, man. Yeah, I like Detroit. I like them. To me, I've been expecting Indiana to come, and Indiana been disappointing me, but I think they're coming now. And then Detroit, I'm expecting Monty Williams, right? I'm expecting Detroit because I like them. You got to look. They got a nice management team, solid. They're not crazy. Those cats. They're all real smart. President of basketball operations. Then you got Dwayne Casey. Now you got Monty Williams. Smart. Okay. They got the veteran help they need with Alec Burks still there. Bogdanovich still there, right? Bogdanovich still there? Is Bogdanovich still there? Let me just help. I think he is. Is he? Is he still there? Let me look here. No, he's not there no more. No, Bogdanovich's not there no more. They start Killian Hayes, Cunningham, Duran. Oh, yes, Duran. Don't sleep on Duran. Duran can play, okay? He's also, it's going to take him another 2 years to get, really professional in the league. Because him and point guards, the 5 and the point, I'm telling y'all, 2 toughest positions to learn in the NBA is the 5 and the point. Okay. But Duran, unlike Chet Holmgren and Wemby, the boy got strength in the behind now. That's a strong young man. He's athletic. That's right. He just needs to learn the league. And it's going to take him a little bit. Got to be patient with him. This is second year. Give him another year. I'm telling you. And really, it's him and Cade that's going to be the rise. Even though Thompson is balling, it's going to be the rise of them 2 cats. Plus, you still got Jaden Ivey. And you got Bogdanovich still. I'm looking for them to be fighting for the play-in spot. Right. Play-in spot is 8, 9. What is it? 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's the play-in, right? 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's the play-in. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with Wiseman. Wiseman and Begley, they got to make decisions. Now, I think they're going to keep Begley because he can play the 4. Maybe Wiseman stays as a backup, but Duran is their starting 5. He's the 5. When you look at all of them, Duran is the guy that's head and shoulders above the other 2 guys at the 5 spot. There's no doubt in my mind. Duran is their 5 for the future. Now, Wiseman, I don't know. He was the number 1 overall pick, but they both come out of Memphis. Am I correct? I mean, right? Both Duran and Wiseman come out of Memphis. I think they both come out of Memphis. So, but Wiseman was overall number 1, and I think Duran was overall number 1. Duran is better. Duran is better, and he's going to be better. Yeah. So I'm thinking they're going to be fighting for that 9th or 10th spot this year. And I think they're going to be fighting for that 9th or 10th spot this year. I like them. Yeah, I like Orlando too. I like Orlando. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, Duran, he just needs time. It's a hard position to learn. Some people were talking about trading Mitch Rock because he was in foul trouble in his first 2 seasons. And I was trying to tell y'all, shut up. You don't know what you're doing. Now look at him. That's what I'm saying. Look at him now. Okay. Look at him now. Leading the NBA in offensive rebounds. Look at him. Okay. Give Duran 2 more seasons. It's going to be on. And that's why I'm saying Miami, they're going to be fighting for the 6th seed and the 7th seed, just like they did last year. And just like last year, they're capable of going to the finals and it's not because of anybody they have. It's because their culture is, to me, aside from San Antonio, Miami has the strongest culture in the world. The NBA is the best league in the world, and Miami has one of the strongest cultures in the league. Okay, between Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra and their whole squad, they got a nice culture. They can turn also-ran players into NBA players. That is not easy to do. They can take players that you wouldn't maybe not even make the league and become solid NBA players. In Max Strus's case, really good NBA players. Gabe Vincent's case, really good NBA players. They can turn average players into really good players. I don't know how they do it, but they do. So Miami is going to be in the 7th spot or the 6th spot. They're going to be battling. They're going to go through all kinds of adversity, and then they'll be there at the end. So, yeah, that's what I think about Miami. They ain't going to just – one thing about the Heat, they're not just going to disappear. Okay? They're not. Even though I don't see – looking at their team, I don't see nothing there. I'm looking at the team like, what they got, but like I'm looking at their team and I'm thinking, okay, what they got? They got Jimmy Butler. Okay, good. Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Josh Richardson, Bam Adebayo. Look, man, I like Jimmy Butler. He's definitely all NBA. And Kyle Lowry is like 100 years old. Kyle Lowry's like 100 years old. I mean, what? He's like my age. So seriously. So what? And they got him start. Look, I don't care though. Don't sleep on the Heat. Don't sleep on the Heat. Okay, just don't do it. Yeah, LeBron's like 60. You know what I'm saying? And they don't sleep on the Heat though. Okay, Kyle Lowry's like a bowling ball, man. 100-year-old bowling ball. He's like classic bowling ball. Like save that mess and put it on your thing. It's worth a lot of money. It's a classic. That's what they told me about my 357 Magnum the other day. Oh, don't shoot that, man. That's worth some money. Save that, sir. Save that. I said, don't worry about it. No, I got it. But that's Kyle Lowry. Because my father bought that 357 Magnum in like 79. Passed it to me. And I'm just hanging on to it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's Kyle Lowry. That's Kyle Lowry. He's an old 357. Old 357. But boy, still can ball. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. Okay, don't sleep on. Yeah, well, if you remember last year, Julius Caesar, they had their eyes set on who was it last year? It was Dame. It was Dame, right? It was Dame Dollar. They had their eyes set on Dame Dollar, supposedly. He didn't go there. And he was so believing that he thought they want to trade for him. They said, nah, forget it. We out. Right? So every year there's somebody. Every player in the league, when you rich, Miami's a nice spot. If you poor, Miami's all they got is sunshine. You can get that any place in Florida. But if you rich, Miami is welcome to Miami. You know what I mean? If you rich, if you a baller, Miami's a nice spot. Okay, Miami's a nice spot. Where's Harden going to land? As long as it's not New York, I don't care. I don't care. As long as it's not at Madison Square Garden, he can go anywhere he wants. I don't care where he go. I don't care. I told you Harden was finished when he was on the Nets, man. He was done when he was on the Pillsbury Joe Boy stopped playing defenses last year in Houston, man. For real. Yeah, I don't know. Welcome to Miami. Hey, I don't know. Is he married? Better not be married and go to Miami. Soon. I don't know. Josh Hart has started a little slow, but I'm not worried about Josh Hart. I've seen enough flashes to know he's going to be cool. Okay, I ain't worried about Josh Hart. Any game now, I'm expecting him to bust out. I mean, I'm not worried about him. Cat is in play. Yes, I do think he's in play. The only thing I don't know about Cat is how serious are the Knicks about obtaining him. That's the only thing I don't know. If the Knicks really are serious and think he's a game changer, he's in play. Because I can't see the fit next to Gobert, and they're stuck with Gobert. And you got Ant. So you don't need Cat. And you just signed, what's that kid they just, McDaniels. You got McDaniels, Gobert, and Ant. That's your nucleus. I think Cat doesn't fit. So if the Knicks think he's a game changer, Joe Curry, me and you on the same page here. I don't think the boy plays any defense. I completely agree with you. So I'm very concerned about them getting Cat. I'm not fronting, but I got to be real at the same time. There's what I want, and there's what we can see. It's obvious, like he bought a big house. Where did he buy the house? Was it New York or New Jersey? He just bought a brand new house in like New York or New Jersey. Oh, definitely Cat. Danny, you ain't hear the news about Embiid? He's not coming to New York. He wants to finish his career in Philly. Facts. He wants to finish his career in Philly. So forget Embiid. We're not getting Embiid. He's not coming here. Okay, forget him. He's not coming here. Okay. Even now, the way that thing came out, even if they lose in the first round, I don't think Embiid is leaving Philly. I think he stays in Philly. He retires in Philly. He wants to stay in that same uniform. Same thing I kind of felt with Giannis. He don't want to really leave Milwaukee. He's going to get a statue in front of the stadium, man. He ain't going nowhere. So he's there. But Cat is from the New York area. Okay, Kentucky, New York area, Julius Randle, IQ, I don't know. And he bought a big old house somewhere around there. If it's a Cat trade, RJ. Because you got to look at what does Minnesota need. Minnesota could use a small forward. They got McDaniels at the 4. They got Gobert. They got Ant. They can use, or IQ. They could use a point guard, and they could use a small forward. And there's RJ. And I don't think they wouldn't get both of them. They wouldn't get both of them. They would get one of them. They would either get IQ or they would get RJ with other pieces, but they would not get both of them, and they would get some draft capital. I don't think I see them getting like 3 number ones at the most. 3 number ones, and not all owned by the Knicks. It could be like protected number ones. I can see that. But that's what you're talking about. The only thing I like about that, okay, if we got Cat, and I'm trying to be positive. I always try to put a positive spin on it, even if I hate it. And I'm going to tell you up front, I hate the idea of KAT coming to NYC. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I'm not with it. I'm just giving you my official position. But if the Knicks were to get him, and let's say they traded IQ, I can see IQ going over there. He's the starting point guard as soon as he hits Minnesota. Can you imagine Emmanuel quickly next to Anthony Edwards? Can you imagine that? Oh my gosh, man, that's scary. But if you put IQ in that trade, you're probably going to put Hartenstein in there for the money, okay? And of course Fournier. So you're going to have a bench though of Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, Dante DiVincenzo, and Deuce McBride. That's your bench. Wait, let me say it again. You're going to have a bench of Mitchell Robinson in your rotation now. Mitchell Robinson, Dante DiVincenzo, Joshua Hart, and Deuce McBride. You want to talk about defense? Do you want to talk about defense? You want to talk about defense? Shh. Now, on the first unit, that's going to be rough. Because y'all know, I know, Cat don't play no daggone defense. So I don't know how this is going to work, man. I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. So anyway, that's where we at with Cat. I don't want it to happen. But I got to admit, the dollar fit is too perfect. And I don't know how. See, what we really need to know, y'all, is how does Leon Rose feel about Cat? That's really what you want to know. Because I don't know because Ian Begley, I haven't heard anything from him. He has mentioned Cat, but when Ian Begley don't know, this is what he'll say. Right? This is what he'll say. Cat has some fans in the Knicks front office. Right? That's when he really don't know nothing yet. He'll say, Cat has some fans in the Knicks front office. And half Knicks Nation think that means a trade is coming. No, it doesn't. It just means that there's somebody in there that likes him. It's not Leon Rose, though. Otherwise, they get it done. Okay? It might be Worldwide West. It might be that cat that used to be out in Minnesota, Jonas, whatever his name is. But that doesn't mean he's coming. That just means there's somebody in the front office that wouldn't mind seeing him in New York. That means, and it also means that it's Rojas. It's not Leon Rose. Because if it was Leon Rose, it would be done. When it's Leon Rose, he would say like this: the Knicks have contacted Minnesota about Cat. That's if Begley says that means, Leon Rose is interested. If he says he has some fans, see, you got to understand the code. So and this is just from watching him over the years. So when Begley says he has some fans in the front office, that means he got some people that would want him there, but it's not Leon Rose. You understand that? Y'all hear me? So if he would have said, and that's what he said. He said, Karl Anthony Towns has some fans in the Knicks front office. Oh, okay. That means that, somebody, Rosas, or Worldwide West, or somebody likes him. Okay. But that doesn't mean he's coming to New York. When Leon Rose is interested, that's when you start. That's when you'll hear him say something like, the Knicks have reached out to Minnesota. That's when you hear Begley say it. Don't listen to Brian Windbag or NBA Central or any of these other clowns. When you hear Begley say it, the Knicks have reached out to Minnesota about the possibility of Karl Anthony Towns trade. That means Leon Rose is interested. Now, let me tell y'all something about Leon that y'all already know. He's not giving away the store for anybody. Y'all know that, right? So if he reaches out to Minnesota, that's just the beginning of a process. And Leon is not giving away the whole store to get Cat. He's not going to do it. I'm telling you right now, it would be RJ or IQ plus Fournier plus Hartenstein and probably 3 number ones. That would be the package. Okay? That would be the package. Cameron Goldberg, I'm sorry. There's only 3 reliable guys in NBA sporting news reporting. That's Begley, especially when it comes to the Knicks. It's Begley, it's Shams, and it's Wojnarowski. That's it. Okay, that's it. So if Begley says it, lock it up. But you got to be careful. Begley is very measured when he says stuff. He don't just blurt out stuff like Mark Berman does. He don't just blurt out and say things like as they're facts and they're just garbage like Mark Berman does, or like NBA Central, or like any of these other clowns. He don't do that. He's very measured in how he talks. That's why you got to understand what he's saying. When he says he's got fans, that means, yes, a couple of the guys in the front office like him. Broussard is only good when it comes to LeBron. And ain't no LeBron news, so ain't no Broussard news. Only Broussard and Windbag are only good when it comes to LeBron news. They can know everything about LeBron. They must be in his kitchen or something. They know what LeBron's thinking. But that's it. If ain't no LeBron news, they ain't worth any news. Yeah, Berman just caused trouble. Exactly. So, he down here getting bald head tan, but, whatever. But I'm just telling you how Ian Begley, when he gives you the code, if he said the Knicks have reached out to Minnesota about Karl Anthony Towns, that's Leon Rose saying, I'm interested. That's all that's saying. I'm interested. It's not a deal. That's interested. Now you got to come to a Leon Rose happy place. You got to come to a Leon Rose happy place. Let me ask you, the worst contract Leon Rose give out, I think we can agree, was Evan Fournier. Am I correct? The worst contract Leon Rose signed was Evan Fournier. That was the worst contract. Every other contract he could get rid of, and he has. He got rid of Kemba. He can get rid of Cam. There was no deal he has done that he can't get out of. That's how he runs the ship now. So, and even Fournier, he got Fournier on an expiring deal right now. So, yeah, Fournier, and look, as bad as that was, it wasn't terrible. You understand? We went through a period with Isaiah Thomas where we were hamstrung for years. Y'all remember that? We were hamstrung for, Noah wasn't a bad. No, Noah was out of here after 1-2 seasons. Noah was out of here. No, that wasn't a bad deal. I'm talking about a deal where Phil Jackson pays a washed up Joakim Noah, and we stuck with his contract for like 5 years. That's a bad deal. That's a really bad deal, right? We even when we tried to get rid of that clown, we still had to pay $6 million a year for like 3 more years. Okay, so and Isaiah Thomas was handing out first round picks, and then Bargnani. Oh, come on, mama, because y'all don't know a bad deal yet. No, Leon made a bad deal. The worst deal he made was Fournier, and even that we was on the hook for 3 seasons. We gave him a whole season of starting. Realized he couldn't fit, and that one was only bad because he did not let Tom Thibodeau in on that decision, and that's why. Once he let Tom Thibodeau in, and they started connecting on what Tibbs wants. Then you get a Quentin Grimes starting. Then you get a Jalen Brunson. Then you get Dante DiVincenzo. Then you get a Josh Hart. That is now you get your front office and your coach on the same page. Okay. Yeah. So I'm saying you want to talk about bad contracts? You ain't seen one from Leon yet. Some people whining like he the worst. Somebody has said, we need to fire the whole front office. I'm like, can we fire all idiotic Knicks fans? Is that possible? Can we get rid of all the idiots among Knicks Nation? Can we do a purge and get rid of all of them? Because that would be better. Yeah, Phil Jackson gave him. But one thing, if y'all remember when KP skipped out on his exit interview, y'all remember that? When he skipped out and left Phil Jackson hanging on the exit interview, and Phil Jackson was going to trade him, and he said, we're getting calls, and Boston offered like 7 picks and players. And so look, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, look at this now. KP ends up in Boston anyway. Maybe we should just pull the trigger then, right? Because Boston was offering the world at that time for KP. They were offering the world for KP at that time. Okay. So I remember I was like, oh, shoot. They offering like 3 or 4 first rounders and a couple of players. It was crazy. I think Jaylen Brown was involved. And I was like, well, maybe we need to think about that. And looking at it now, here he is in Boston, right? And I say, well, maybe Phil he wasn't crazy then, right? Because he was definitely on point there. But he's the one gave Joakim Noah $72 million. And the boy couldn't hit a foul shot, couldn't run the floor, couldn't do nothing. Smoke weed, run around in public naked with his girlfriend. That's it. That's what he could do. Yeah. And they were ready to give away the house to get KP. We should have did it. But anyway, especially since he was going to get fired anyway. So anyway. But it's ironic, isn't it? But right now, Cat, I'm not happy about that. But I got to admit, it's a possibility. I'm kind of holding my breath until the deadline on this one. RJ's playing great, Craig. RJ is balling. I ain't going to front. RJ is playing like and I'm saying RJ's on the clock. RJ's on the clock, man. RJ's on the clock. So, yeah, Jay Sniper, he's right. Cat does get hurt a lot, but look, who's your backup 5 in that scenario? It's Mitchell Robinson. And you still got Jericho Sims. Who's the backup 5 right now? Right? Right? You see what I'm saying? Who is that? Craig? You see what I'm saying? Craig? Not Craig. Who is it? It was Jay Sniper. Jay, you see what I'm saying? So if you were to trade for Cat and you keeping Mitch Rob, now you got Mitch Rob as your backup and you still got Jericho Sims. Yes, I'm saying. So in that scenario, it's not bad. My problem is the starting 5 defensively would suck because they got no rim protection with Cat. Like none. He's like soft, man. He's like soft, man. I don't know. I don't like it. No, Cat is 36 million this year, right? He's 30. Let's not get it carried away. Somebody was talking about they paying somebody came out with some fools, they're paying Dante 20 million. They're not paying Dante no 20 million. Well, some people could be smoking when they come out here. I don't know. But let's take a look. What is Cat being paid? I'm gonna take a look right now. Let's get the facts, man. Let's not talk mess. Let's see. Carly Towns getting paid 36 million this year. Next year, he's on a new deal. He's at 49 million and it's estimated in 24-25. In 25-26, 54 million. He gets 60 million in 27-28. By then, 60 million won't be what we think it is now. So, yeah, that's the deal. Tibbs and Leon ain't on no clock. Deep coolest. You thinking like an old Knicks fan that still ain't got over Isaiah Thomas, man. This ain't that Knicks team. Tibbs and Leon ain't on no clock. Tibbs they talking extension with Tibbs, and they should be. You understand when you have look at Miami now. How long has Pat Riley been there? How long has Eric Spoelstra been there? That's a real key to long-term sustainable winning. So no, Leon, who just put them in position to win, to get in 2 playoff series in 3 years, and they're going to be in their 3rd playoff series this year. He's not on the clock. Neither is Tibbs. They're going to be there. But RJ is on the clock because now you got to decide whether you want to keep Emmanuel Quickly. And you can't keep RJ and Emmanuel Quickly. And RJ doesn't play as well with Grimes as Quickly does. These are statistical facts. And so since Quickly and Grimes are the best combination and Knicks have statistically over the last year, you might want to have them 2 play together. Okay, so now RJ's on the clock. Listen, the truth be told, and y'all who are long-term Knicks fans should know, everybody that plays in a New York Knicks uniform is at some point in a trade rumor. Everybody is. It doesn't always happen. Even Patrick Ewing was in trade rumors a couple of times. So don't be surprised at that. Okay, everybody that plays for the New York Knicks is in trade rumors at some point, always, simply because they're playing in New York, okay? And people just want to create this fire. So everybody that plays for New York is in a trade rumor. So don't worry about that. But this situation with IQ is why RJ is on the clock. If RJ continues to play like he's playing right now, then he's not going anywhere. And you're going to have teams calling for him, okay? But yeah, I know Jabroni Z. He's only 6'4", and he can lock down 6'8" players. So, I don't know. He's only 6'4". He can guard 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. But he's only 6'4". And he can guard 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. Your defensive player of the year last year was 6'4". Your defensive player of the year. No, the year before. Marcus Smart, 6'4". Okay? So, look. Don't let 6'4" be a determining factor when talking about Quentin Grimes. The boy can D, and it doesn't matter who he's on. He can lock up anybody. Okay, so, and he's only going. This is the beginning of his 3rd season. We're good. We're good. We don't need to talk about Quentin Grimes. Yeah, but anyway, D coolest. You're missing the point. Those 2 have been together for 20 years in the same organization. When has Tibbs been in an organization for 20 years? Stop. Can you please? Let's act like we have some sense of history. Okay? Every place Tibbs has gone, his teams have gone to the playoffs. Now he's in New York. And New York has come up from the ashes. New York was at the bottom of the scrap heap, winning 17 games. In 21 games in a season. Here comes Tibbs. What do you get? 41 out of 72, 37 out of 82, 47 out of 82. Come on, man. No, they're not on the clock. They shouldn't be, and they're not. They're talking about extending Tibbs, and they should be. My only concern with extending Tibbs is Johnny Bryant. I don't want to lose Johnny Bryant off the bench. Johnny Bryant is aching for a head coaching job. And I'm hoping we can keep him until Tibbs is ready to retire. That's the only problem. But Tibbs himself is not going anywhere. He's the coach, and he needs to be. Okay. And now, especially now, you got a team in his image that him and the Dom put together. This is good. This is very good. This is very good. So we good. I'm not worried about Grimes at 6'4". He's your standard bearer at the 2 for 10 years. Get used to it. And he's going to get better. I'm not worried about him in his third season, beginning of his third season. Not at all. He's going to be good. Okay. We got some studs here. Y'all need to recognize. Okay. We got some studs here. Yeah. So you got Tibbs and Leon putting you in the playoffs, and now you got ESPN telling you you can be the 5th seed in the East. When's the last time ESPN picked the Knicks to be 5th seed? Why? Because they've been busting people in their ass. That's why. Because they just took out Cleveland in 5 games. That's why. And y'all got the nerve, really, to say that Leon and Tibbs are on the clock? I mean, come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Please stop it. Please, stop drinking. I might have some sangria tonight. Y'all can join me. But don't have it before we come on, because now you're saying some things. The cats ain't on no damn clock. Right. Oh, I hate to quote him. Coach Hauser. But yes, the unmitigated gone. Oh my God, Stephen A. Stupid. Oh my God. Oh no, we're not too small, bro. We're gonna be good. Knicks gonna be fine. The Knicks really are too quick for most teams. That's what you see. Instead of thinking negatively about the Knicks, try. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult for some of y'all. Try to look at it in a positive way. Yes, the Knicks are smaller. They got smaller depth at the wing than most teams. But because of that, they are quicker than most teams. Do you understand that? They have more speed than most teams. Okay? Between Dante, IQ, and Grimes, they got more speed than most teams. Okay? And Hart has more speed than any 4 in the league. Why do you think he gets 8 rebounds a game? Okay? He's got more speed and anticipation than most 4s in the NBA. So please stop it with the lack of length stuff, man. Stop it. We good. We really are. In fact, let me look. What did the Knicks fit in terms of rebounding? Do you know that last night the Knicks had 59 rebounds? Do you know they had 59 rebounds last night? I'm going to say, hold on. Let me just put it in here. What team leads the NBA in rebounding? Let me see. New York is second in the league in rebounding. Now wait. When you talk about a lack of length, right? You would think if it was going to hurt the Knicks, it would be in the area of rebounding. Is that logical? Does that make sense, y'all? So if the length was a problem, they would not be able to rebound. Wait, no, you're talking about team. Yes, Mitch is a big part of it. But if they had if lack of length was hurting them, if it really was hurting them, you would expect. Oh, last night they gave up 39, Joe. They got 59, gave up 39. The reason they lost the game is they had 18 turnovers. That's why they lost the game last night. But no, they had 59 and they gave up 39. Some craziness like that. No, they are top in the league, second in the league in rebounding. Right now, they're tied. Let me see. No, they're third. They're half rebound behind Minnesota. So it's Detroit, Minnesota, New York in terms of rebounding. Detroit, Minnesota, and New York. Okay. Last night against New Orleans, I'm gonna tell you right now. Last night against New Orleans, the New York Knicks, I believe they had 59 rebounds last night. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, they had 59 rebounds, and the Pelicans had 43. We lost the game because we had 18 turnovers. That's why we lost the game. And they had no luck. That's right, Coach. But rebounding, you would think that would be a hurting since they have no length, right? Since they're too short, right? They couldn't rebound, obviously. They'd be out rebounded every night. They're just too short, right? Bunch of midgets. And here they are, third in the league in rebounding. Okay? So come on. Stop with we need more length. Stop. We're good. Yeah, I wish Brunson could, but Brunson is Brunson. So he's not going to be a 9 assist a game guy. We was arguing last night. Said he should be getting 9 assists a game. He's not that guy. He's not assist guy. Assist guy is Randle. Randle's assist guy. Okay, look for Randle to get 7, 8 assists a game, but not Brunson. If he gets 4 or 5, he's done his night's work. He's a shooting point guard. He's a scoring point guard. He's a non-defending scoring point guard. Okay, don't look for him to get a lot of assists because he's not going to do it. He'll look off an open shooter to shoot the ball himself. You guys have seen this. He does it all the time. But when you look up at the score, he's like 10 of 14 or 13 of 18, and 5 or 6 of 9 from 3. That you look up and that's what you're seeing at the end of the night. So you can't say nothing really. Okay. That's not true either, Joe Curry. When a team gets a lot of blocks, it generally means they have a weak defense at the point of attack. That's why you get a lot of blocks. That's why teams get a lot of blocks. Gobert used to get a lot of blocks in Utah. Why? Because he had Donovan Mitchell as his point guard. He's weak at the point of attack. See? That's why he get a lot of blocks. But that's why Mitch Rob used to get a lot of blocks, remember? And he doesn't get a lot anymore because now you've got defense at the point of attack. When you're doing that, you don't need to worry about rim protection. Doesn't also come in blocks. It comes in defense of the rim. In other words, he turns people away. They change their mind. They pass the ball because he's there. That's what it comes. So don't look for blocks as something that no, but he's making that. He looks at stats like everybody, but he's making an assumption that the blocks mean you're playing good defense at the rim. No, it means you got weak point of attack defense. See, so when you see a guy with a lot of blocks, it's not good. He's trying his best, but he's also probably getting in a lot of foul trouble. Okay, so it's difficult. Okay, it's difficult. It's a difficult thing. That's why what Jaren Jackson Jr. did as defensive player of the year last year, he was up in the top of the league in blocks and wasn't in the top of the league in fouls. So oh yeah, well that's a different game, Joe Curry. They were much more physical in the 90s. Now blocks are a function of speed and length, right? More than brute strength. Like Patrick Ewing was big, strong, brute dude. Him, Oakman, Xavier McDaniel, roughnecks, man. Kurt Thomas later. But now blocks in today's NBA, where they call touch fouls, blocks are more a function of length and quickness and speed. And so you don't want to have your 5 guy chasing down blocks if you can avoid it. Yeah. But yeah, it's different. It's a different game now in that regard. It's a different game. Exactly, Coach Hauser. Coach Hauser, see, somebody should listen to this guy. Coach Hauser knows what he's talking about. I'm looking for Coach Hauser. HDTV compatible. Paulie Walnuts. So that's what you're talking about. You want a Grimes and an IQ that's locked down point of attack defense. Coach Hauser's words. You got to know. It's from The Sopranos. Coach Hauser. Yeah. You remember The Sopranos? Any of y'all watched The Sopranos when there was? Any of y'all used to watch Sopranos? So one day there was this coach. He was the soccer coach, the girls' soccer coach, and he was leaving. And the Sopranos did not want him to leave, and so they had Paulie Walnuts bring a big screen TV and put it in his driveway. Remember that? And so Paulie Walnuts is standing there in his gangster stance. And he said, I'm looking for Coach Hauser. You remember that, Chris? Yeah, I'm looking for Coach Hauser. And he said, you listen, Coach Hauser said, you listen, Guido. He said, my name is Clarence. That's right. Paulie Walnuts, RIP, baby. That's right. He said, my name is Clarence. Yeah. So that's why I call it Coach Hauser. That's where I get it from. Yeah, Duran, like I said, Duran is the starter in Detroit. He's going to need another 2 seasons to give him this season and next season. By his 4th season, watch out. Watch Detroit. I think Detroit's going to be knocking on the play-in door for the next 2 seasons, barring injury. And then you're going to see them in the top 7 or 6 in the league. Detroit, they're doing it the right way. Okay. Yeah, they're doing it the right way. Yeah, they're doing it the right way. First of all, and all of y'all that's pining for OG and Anunoby, can I please explain to you that there's this guy in Toronto. His name is Masai Ujiri. Masai Ujiri is not somebody you want to deal with. You thought Danny Ainge was tough? Masai Ujiri then took a couple of bites out of the Knicks already. See? So you don't want to mess with him. And he ain't letting you have OG. He wouldn't even be doing OG for RJ straight up, which is what you would do. But he's not going to do that. Yeah, so some of y'all still pining for OG and Anunoby. I like him. But you're not getting him. You can forget OG. If you're going to get OG and Anunoby, that means OG becomes an unrestricted free agent next summer. Then you have a chance to get OG. If he becomes an unrestricted free agent next summer, if you see him sign an extension, of course, it's finished, right? But if he becomes unrestricted next summer, which he's eligible to become, the Knicks might get him, okay? But then they'd have to move RJ. So that's the problem. See, so some of y'all pining for OG, you might, if he doesn't sign an extension between now and next July, you have a chance. But even if you do, it's still crowded because you're going to have to move RJ. And I don't know what they're going to do there. Right. You see, November, you got the right attitude when approaching Masai Ujiri. You approach him saying, okay, this guy is a criminal, rapist, Jack the Ripper, the worst of the worst. You can't trust nothing he says. That's how you got to approach Masai. That's how you got to approach him. Okay. I don't understand. You said RJ is staying, but we need forwards. No, we don't. We good. No, we don't. We good. We good. Yeah, Bargnani was the worst trade in the Bargnani was bad. Bargnani was the worst trade I think the Knicks ever did. Can y'all think of a worse trade? I mean, trading Patrick Ewing was pretty bad also. But Bargnani, they gave up number 1 picks for Bargnani. I'm like, they gave up number 1 picks for Bargnani. Yeah, exactly, Craig. That's what he is, too. That's right. Yeah, Patrick Ewing was bad, but at least he was at the end of his career. They gave away first-round picks, Joe, for our Andre Bargnani. They gave away first-round picks. Grunwald. See, y'all want to talk about bad management? Glenn Grunwald. Y'all remember him? And then there's Isaiah Thomas. Y'all remember these guys? Huh? Oh, the McDyess trade. But see, the thing about McDyess, they gave up Camby. Oh my God. They gave up Camby and they gave up the kid that ended up becoming the guy from Brazil that ended up becoming really good too. But who was to know he was going to break his kneecap in preseason? He broke his kneecap in preseason. Yeah. So Nene, right. Nene. He broke his kneecap in preseason and that was the end of him. McDyess was a 2010 guy, but yeah. Anyway, Nene, right. We gave up a lot to get McDyess. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket for one guy when you ain't got a team around him yet. That was old Knicks. See, don't do that. So, yeah. Yeah. That's his real name. Hilario, right, Joker? Yeah, Hilario. Yeah. Yeah, we had Frank Williams. Yeah, Frank Williams. Oh, man. Anyway, so we're going to do a preview of the Cleveland game. No, OG is not going to be running anybody's second unit unless the Golden State Warriors or some people that's won chips already. He's starting if he comes. Yeah, I know, man. It was like, dang. Francis was a salary dump, Joe Curry. That's why they got him. It was Francis and what's the other guy? Tracy McGrady. That was salary dumps. They were expiring contracts. That's when the Knicks were putting all their eggs into. We got to get LeBron next summer. Maybe we get LeBron next summer. You know, like some of y'all talking about. Maybe we get Embiid next summer. Maybe we get Embiid next summer. That's how they were doing. They took on Steve Francis. They took on Tracy McGrady's contract to try, and they were expiring contracts to create money that ended up becoming Amari Stoudemire. That's what happened. Yeah. I thought Frank Williams could play a little bit. I liked him, but apparently not. I know Sprewell. Oh God. Don't remind me. See, and some of y'all talk about Leon Rose. Fire Leon Rose. Leon Rose is on the clock. What are you, crazy? Tibbs is on the clock. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. See, yup. I'm glad y'all are bringing up all of these bad memories. Now you could look at what you now have with Leon Rose, right? Walt Perrin, right? Tom Thibodeau, Johnny Bryant. You got a nice crew right now. Stick with your crew. Okay? Don't trip. Stick with your crew. Okay? You got a nice team. You got a nice situation. Keep it together. Nobody's on any clock. The only guy on the clock is RJ. And that's because other talent, IQ, is pushing him. That's it. Okay? So we're in a good spot. Yeah, I like Dante. I like what I'm seeing from Dante DiVincenzo. The overall game, the defense, the anticipation, the passing, the shooting. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Dante D. I think he's going. Did you see? Somebody said that Walt, the Clyde was calling him Devo. I think that's a good name for him, Devo. That's a good name for him. It's like Vivo, but it's Devo. Yeah, Dante is balling. I was mad. No, honestly, I didn't like the Dante move because I wanted Deuce to get those minutes, but I can't argue with it. He's doing good, man. I can't argue with it. It's looking like he's going to work out very well, and he really does play good with Hart. Him and Hart and Quickly play very well together. Y'all remember Tom was experimenting with that in preseason, and they play very well together, man. And they're going to get better. So it's all good, man. It's all good. I don't think Dante's a better ball handler than IQ. I think some of you opposite. And then somebody talking about that Grimes can't handle the ball. I don't know. I think some of y'all, I don't know. Grimes is an NBA level ball handler. He can handle the rock. He was a point guard, and he can ball. He can go. He can do things with the ball in his hand. He just doesn't force anything. Lewis Luck, thanks for the $5. Leon Rose should elevate Thibodeau to the front office and hire. Lewis Luck, I know you're joking, right? Hey. If Leon Rose brought Fizz goggles anywhere near MSG, I'd be fired. I'd be yelling, fire him. No, Fizdale, please. Do not ever. I don't want to see him in New York ever again. Him and his axe can get the hell out of here. No. No. I know you joking. You got to be joking. Bring back Mark Jackson now. You talking about Mark Jackson? Oh, okay. Oh, God. Oh, Emmanuel, you reminded me of another. Emmanuel Mudiay. That was the point guard when Mitch Rob first came to New York. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know it fits. We're going to get you right, kid. We're going to get you right. Oh, my gosh. Talk about somebody that wasn't on the right page. Oh. Now, Mrs. Fitzgoggles, never mind. Hey, Mrs. Fitzgoggles, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all might be talking some MILF game in that one, boy. You might be talking about some MILF game, but we're gonna leave that alone. Oh, yeah. She can come back anytime she wants. Oh, man. Oh God, y'all are crazy, man. That was good. Thank you for that. Who was that? Thank you. Who is it that did that? What I gotta give you luck, Lewis Luck. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the laugh. That was good. That was very good. I appreciate that, man. That was good. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Well, I gotta go with Monica because I don't think Monica's married. I don't think Monica's married. You know, Fizdale wife, you know, it's his wife. That's his woman. That's him. That's his. That belongs to him. Taylor Rooks. That last commercial she did, she shouldn't have wore that dress. I don't like that dress on her. That last commercial she did with who was in that commercial? She did a commercial where she was with somebody. I forgot who it was. But she did not look good in that dress. She shouldn't have worn that dress. And I'm thinking, don't they take time to make sure these people look their best? And they didn't make Taylor look her best in that commercial, man. Your boyfriend don't mean that. but yeah, y'all see that commercial with Taylor Rooks? She had a commercial. Was it? I forgot who it was, but she ended up sitting next to the bench next to some chubby dude. And I'm like, why they put that on her, man? That wasn't good. I didn't like how they did on that. They should have really made sure she was tight for that. Okay. Rebecca Harlow's a cool sister, a cool woman, but you know, yeah. She's in this same category as Doris Burke. Doris Burke is one of the best NBA analysts in the league to me. But it's not because of her looks. She just knows her ball. You know, she knows her ball. She knows basketball, man. I gotta give it to her. That's what I'm saying, but they made it look bad, Jay, in that commercial. Taylor Rooks is fine, but they made it look bad in that commercial. Yeah, Doris Burke, I could listen to her all day. I'm so glad they got her on ESPN. I love the way she runs her game. She knows her basketball, man. Yeah, I know Wally does. Wally's slick, man. I don't know Stephanie Reddy. Who is that? I don't know Stephanie Reddy. I mean, maybe I recognize if I see her. I don't know. Stephanie Reddy? I don't know. Let me look up. Let's look up Stephanie. Is Stephanie Reddy? Who is Stephanie Reddy? Oh, she's a broadcaster. What she look like? Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Stephanie Reddy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She just had a baby. I think she just had a baby, though. Yeah, I think she just had a baby, though. Didn't she just have a baby? I think she just had a child. Didn't she just have a child? Do you know she's 48 years old? She's 48 years old. She looks good. She looks really good. Stephanie Reddy looks really good. 48 years old. Yeah. You don't play back. You know, like, shoot. How's all right, y'all. It's sometimes it's almost 8 o'clock. Now you're getting close to my time for me and my wife to sit down, have my evening little glass of wine, and watch some BritBox. We've been watching BritBox lately, and so we're gonna watch some BritBox and chill and get ready to lose the rest of our weekend, whatever's left of it, you know. But whatever. But thank you all, Coach Hauser, Blair, Zabroni, my man Joe Curry, Julu Caesar, Simeon, Jay Sniper, all y'all, Lewis Luck, all y'all really, y'all make the day, man. Y'all make the day worthwhile. Guilford McCormick, my brother, please enjoy what's left of your weekend. Shalom to all of you. Joe Curry, Miss Stevenson, shalom to all of you. Y'all really chill. We'll be back tomorrow with the preview, seeing what Cleveland gonna look like. You know they're gonna be ready. I want to see them at full strength. Please come full strength in Cleveland. Let us meet in Cleveland and let's have it on, or they could step off. You know what I'm saying? We ready to go. Let's do this thing. Whatever the outcome, we'll deal with it. Y'all enjoy though. Shalom.